Greetings, poetry lovers, and welcome to Poetryspective 88, proudly brought to you from Scottsdale and surrounding areas of the Coral Creek that flows through the bones of the West, and Clarkston, all the way from Thailand. Proudly sponsored by Pride of our Footscray Community Bar. And my name is Lish, your MC of the eve. We also have Colin Clark as co-MC. I'm very excited about tonight's two features. We have George O'Hara reciting the workings of Tom Waits, and of course that means music, which is very, very cool. And I've seen his videos. They're wonderful, so I know that everybody is going to enjoy that. And we also have the boss frau herself, Fornalska. She shall be reading from The Dance Inside, her most recent collection of poetry. She too has made some very, very fine videos, so we're in for a real treat tonight. We also have the usual Poetryspective open section, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Thank you, Lish, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Thailand with a little bit of life. So I was here in the last show. I came here briefly and explained this is an area that's reasonably busy, and as you can see, it's living up to that. So things slowly coming back to normal here. With that, no further ado, I think Lish has done all the hard work on my behalf, so really, really happy with that. We've got some great show for you tonight. Some really good submitted videos, great features. You're going to love it. So sit back and enjoy. First we're going to see a little bit more of Lish reading something from George O'Hara.
Hi everybody, this is where I am sitting right now to begin the open section with a poem written by George O'Hara, our retrospective feature. And this is George's poem, Santorini. In a second, black sand on a volcanic crescent, ocean in every direction. I would give up connectivity to everything for just one more second on Santorini. For the second poem, I have selected something by Kerry Lockery from her book, You Shot My Dog, and the poem is called Do No Harm. I want to live with an unbroken heart. I want to see freedom and be moved. I want to be able to live without misunderstanding. I want to be the first to smile. I want to help flowers open, release the leaves from the grip of the trees, find your space between raindrops. I want to hold your eye in a storm, rearrange the words to take the hurt out, remove border controls on the state of grace. I want to train a dog to find the nice people, wrap a white rag around the sharp end of the stick. I want to find the right words, a busker to sing us together. I want to woo the sun out with wonder and persuade more easily, trace, shape, cumulus love. I rest on row-like lit bits of broken glass colour. No harm to no one now. And now, the open section. Enjoy.
Hey everyone. Hi Lish, hi Colin. Hey everyone at Poetryspective. These are a bunch of spring poems that I wrote for Mick Mez's Facebook wall. So I hope you like them. I'll start at the start and I'll go through to the end. Let's see how they go. Spring is sprung, doing it in the garden. Spring is totally sprung. Spring is sprung, the birds and bees are involved. It's complicated. Spring is sprung, having orgies in my backyard. I'm not invited. The birds are singing rude, loud love songs on my roof. Couldn't they shut up? Spring is sprung, selling joints behind my house. I'm calling the cops. Spring sprung with a sproing. Day broke with a crash. Night fell with a clatter. I think I need earmuffs. Thank you very much.
I'm waiting for my man. $26 in my hand. Up to Lexington, 125. Feeling sick, dirty, more dead than alive. I'm waiting for my man. Hey, white boy, what you doing uptown? Hey, white boy, chasing all women around. Oh, pardon me, sir, it's rolling from my mind. I'm just looking for a dear, dear friend of mine. I'm waiting for my man. Here he comes, he's all dressed in black. PR shoes and a big straw hat. He's never early, he's always late. First thing you gotta do is you always gotta wait. I'm waiting for my man. Oh, work it now. Up a brownstone, up 3 flights of stairs. Everybody's got your pen, but nobody cares. He's got the works, gives you sweet taste. You gotta split because there's no time to waste. I'm waiting for my man. Baby, don't you holler, don't you bawl and shout. I'm feeling good, know it's gonna work all out. I'm feeling good, feeling so fine. Until tomorrow, but that's just another time. I'm waiting for my man. Walking home.
advanced scone making. Baking scones is not easy. Generations have dedicated their lives to creating the knowledge, tools and conditions to make a batch of scones. To succeed in sharing a scone with a friend over a cup of tea, you will need a friend, and a way of making tea, and a way of arranging how to meet. At a minimum, this requires a shared language. The tea and friend are optional. However, a language complex enough to share recipes is necessary. Do not skimp on language. You will also require a kitchen, a supply chain, a society organised enough to have surplus goods to share, and sufficient energy to run everything. All of this needs a species that has evolved to create a language and build a society that can share recipes, goods, and tea dates. This may take a long time. If you are starting from scratch, you will need a quantum singularity and up to 13.8 billion years. Plan ahead. Next week, I move on to good butter to flour ratio and judging when your dough is ready to shape and place in the oven. See you then.
Hello again. I hope you have been enjoying the open section tonight. It is now time for our first feature of the eve. And of course, that is George O'Hara's retrospective of Tom Waits, which I know is going to be bloody brilliant. And here is a little bit about George, the man himself. George O'Hara, Flux of Humour, is a poet, musician and recorder of other poets and musicians. He has produced several CDs of poetry, ukulele songs and electronica over the last few years of his own and other people's works. He has performed with Melbourne Ukulele Collective, Temporary Adults, The Bitter Disappointments and Citizen Circus, as well as many other people and groups over the years. He is also one of the three conveners at Sloth Arts. Yes, George as his finger in many pies, be it radio, live gigs, you name it. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy George O'Hara's retrospective of Tom Waits.
Well, I don't go to church on Sunday, don't get on my knees to pray, I memorize the books of the Bible, I got my own special way. Well, I know that Jesus loves me, maybe just a little bit more. I fall on my knees every Sunday at Serenely's candy store, 'cause there's got to be a chocolate Jesus, make me feel good inside. There's got to be a chocolate Jesus and keep me satisfied. Well, I don't want no Harry's album, don't want no almond joy, there ain't nothing better suitable for this boy. The only thing that can pick me up better than a cup of gold, the only chocolate Jesus can satisfy my soul. When the weather gets rough and there's whiskey in the shade, you got to wrap the Savior up in cellophane. Looks like big money, but that's okay. Pour 'em over asking for a nice coffee. Well, it's got to be a chocolate Jesus. It's good enough for me. It's got to be a chocolate Jesus. It's good enough for me. Well, it's got to be a chocolate Jesus. Make me feel so good inside. It's got to be a chocolate Jesus and keeps me satisfied.
I'd sell your heart to the jumping baby for a buck. For a buck. If you're looking for someone to be you out at it, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. Ship is sinking. The ship is sinking. The ship is sinking. There's a leak in the boiler room. The poor, the lame, the blind. Who were the ones that we kept in charge? Killers, thieves, and lawyers. God's away, God's away, God's away on business, business. God's away, God's away, God's away on business, business. Digging up the dirt with a shovel and a pick. It's a job, it's a job. Bloody moon rising with the plague and a flood. Join the mob, join the mob. It's all over. It's all over. It's all over. And there's a leak in the boiler room. The poor, the lame, the blind. Who were the ones that we kept in charge? Killers, thieves, and lawyers. God's away, God's away, God's away on business, business. God's away, God's away on business, business. Goddamn, there's always such a big temptation to be good, to be good. There's always free cheddar in the mousetrap, baby, it's a deal, it's a deal. God's away, God's away, God's away on business, business. God's away, God's away, God's away on business, business. I narrow my eyes on the coin slot, baby, let her ring, let her ring. God's away, God's away, God's away on business. God's away, God's away, God's away on business, business. Dance real slow, you drag it down, you walk away, then you turn around. What did that old blonde girl say? That is the part you throw away. I want those beggars' eyes, winning horse, a tidy Mexican divorce, St. Mary's prayers, Houdini's hands, and a barman who always understands. Will you lose the flowers? Hold on to the vase. Will you wipe all those teardrops away from your face?
closes the door. I have done all of this many times before. The bone must go, the wish can stay, the kiss don't know what the lips will say. Forget I hurt you, put stones in your bed, and remember to never mind instead. Well, all of your letters burned up in the fire. Time is just memory mixed in with desire. It's not the road, it is only the map I see. Gone just like matches from a closed down cabaret. In a Portuguese saloon, a fly is circling around the room. You'll soon forget the tune that you play, but that is the part you throw away. That is the part you throw away.
What's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? He's had subscriptions to those magazines. He never waves when he goes by. He's hiding something from the rest of us. He's all to himself. I think I know why. He took down the tire swing from the pepper tree. He has no children of his own, you see. He has no dog. He has no friends. His lawn is dying. And what about all those packages he sends? What's he building in there? With that hook light up the stairs, what's he building in there? I'll tell you one thing. He's not building a playhouse for the children. What's he building in there? Now what's that sound from under the door? He's pounding nails into a hardwood floor. I swear to God I heard someone moaning low. And I keep seeing the blue light of the TV show. He has a router and a table saw. And you won't believe what Mr. Stitcher saw. There's poison underneath the sink, of course. But there's also enough formaldehyde to choke a horse. What's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? I heard he has an ex-wife in some place called Mayor's Income, Tennessee. And he used to have a consulting business in Indonesia. But what is he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? He has no friends, but he gets a lot of mail. I'll bet he spent a little time in jail. I heard he was up
head where my heart used to be. Oh, the earth above me lay down in the green grass. Remember when you loved me? Come closer, don't be shy. Stand beneath a rainy sky. The moon is over the rise. Think of me as a train goes by. Clear the thistles and bramble. Whistle, then they ramble. Now there's a bubble of me, and it's floating in me. Stand in the shade of me. Things are now made of me, the weather vane will say. It smells like rain today. God took the stars and he tossed them. Can't tell them birds from the blossoms. You'll never be free of me. He'll make a tree from me. Don't say goodbye to me. Describe the sky to me. And if the sky falls, mark my words, we'll catch mockingbirds. Your head where my heart used to be. Oh, the earth above me lay down in the green grass. Remember when you loved me?
Thank you, George O'Hara, for the trippy, cool, and somewhat dark Tom Waits retrospective. I enjoyed that so much. That was excellent. And now, back to the open section.
Beneath the oak tree, I join the ready gathering who come to know the silk of sun through leaves and the gentle rouse of breeze. Our devices have been removed and an easy silence is falling. Some have come in fluoro and others with lanyards, waiting as though for a vital word. Some are synchronous with the branches' sway, returning to a former version of themselves. The children fixate on the slightly shifting leaves and do not need to be shushed. I imagine my grandmother, younger, at picnics without the disruption of extreme weather notifications. Her children carving messages into the tree's trunk or in the dirt near its base. Those that stay the longest begin to understand. They liken the sound of the wind through the leaves to the collapse of a wave or a chiffon skirt falling to the floor, though it is not noise we hear, but something akin to silence. A A delicate hand reached out, a pardon, a candid invitation. When the trees make their conveyance, all present receive an answer, and not the one they seek. To each one, the message is different.
Last night I think I dreamt about a nuclear war. I never drank this early in the morning before. Drinking whiskey all alone and staring at my cell phone. And everything I try and love just turns to hate. I ache so much for you, feels like a tidal wave. You told me that you had to drown so you could fly away. Oh, why can't we touch the sky? I woke up and I thought it was Saturday. There's riots, rubber bullets, boys in blue are wearing black. Everything's a mess, when will you ever come back? I was no match for the voices in your head. I feel you in my skin, my eyes, my soul, my breath. In Brunswick Street you fell into the arms of your friend and cried. Oh, why can't we touch the sky? Could be that I'm lazy, could be ADD. I'm heavy but I don't like dexamphetamines. I heard that in the ocean 1 billion fish died. Today a magpie stopped me in the side of the road. It stared at me, I saw it, held a tiger's eye stone. It dropped it at my feet and then it spread its wings to fly. Oh, why can't we touch the sky? Oh, why can't we touch the sky? Thank you.
Hello again. It's now time for our second feature tonight. And of course, that feature is Ella Fornalska. And here is a little bit about the Frau herself. Ella Fornalska is a poet and language teacher. She has performed her work in festivals, on television and radio. Ella has been published in various anthologies, audio compilations, literary magazines and journals. She has been a grand finalist in the Sydney Road Writers Contest and Cup, a finalist at the Melbourne Spoken Word Prize, and shortlisted in the Teachers section of Red Room Poetry National Competition Poetry Object. Ella was an international guest at the festival Ostrich List, Austria Reds. Her work has been translated into multiple languages. She occasionally writes and performs bilingually. The Dance Inside is her first full-length collection. This is Ella Fornalska. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Join me on an audio-visual tour of a selection of poems from my full-length collection, The Dance Inside. Punctuate me, slow me down. Sift these thoughts, make sense of me. Edit verbosity, allow ellipsis. Hold me in a cup of stillness. Press commas into my chest. Insert brackets around my heart. Moving in the direction of deepening spirals. Clocks don't count the seconds. Time's just a ticking beat. The metronome is a rhythm whisperer. It tells the internal how to feel. I pray barefoot, twirling my way home. This is the dance inside. I wear a bulletproof vest over my chest and my heart beats hard. I can erect a fortress of good vibrations at the clap of my hands. I shine bright, light up the dark, unbreakable now. I died 1,000 deaths and was transformed under intense pressure and heat. 80 kilos of corpse produces 2.5 of ash, which makes a 1 carat dead diamond, but I'm still breathing. I'm a warrior on the floor. I emerge from the dark, restored, renewed, bendy, loose, relaxed, ready. Mother Courage awakened. I stop the lights, make a blood moon so we can dance, dance, dance. I'm slaying dragons and take on yours. The she is in me, rearing and writhing, girl a go-go. He asks me if I can control the weather. I say yes. I have superpowers now. Dance has mended me. I am the ruling queen. I run my world. Do you want to rise above inferior, superior, this situation, this conversation, this time, this place? Do you want to take it to new heights, care about what matters, not what's the matter? Rise above the immediate irritation, stimulation. Do you want to rise on the breath, hear the constant stillness, above the noise? I have a tree house deep in the forest, above the bush, high in the sky. It's a safe space in yellow light, windows let in the sun. A double hammock hangs, enveloping me in a swing of slumber. The night holds a dark moon, so we can dance with no lights. Move to our own beat. I listen to my nocturnal heart and obey its pulse. It's all I can hear and feel. I can see your silhouette and you see mine. We give each other space to throw our bodies around and pound our chests against the evening air. We cry hot little tears of joy, let them ooze out of our eyes and slide down our faces. I will draw you a map to my treehouse. It's the only way you'll find it. It's at the top of a grand old oak, firmly rooted in the dirt. I'll lower the ladder when you get here. My treehouse protects from the addiction and affliction of out there. I will only give you the map in exchange for your word that you'll come alone and you won't show anyone my X-marked spot. This is my secret place, an ethereal space, and I am willing to share it with you. Do you want to visit me in my treehouse? When the light shrinks, we move audaciously. We hear beats in our head and drop them on our feet. Night noises are a melody. Swift limbs weave through laneways. We build community in silent solitude. No talking is the language. No contact is an embrace, the touchless connection we crave. We smile in the darkness, our unilluminated beaming faces are headlights nobody sees. There's no murder in this ballroom. The city is safe because we're all dancing. You don't talk about the war. Instead, you cry over movies set in Warsaw and drink brandy with a shaking hand. You stuff us full with food on Friday nights. No dishwater soup now. We feast on borscht and pierogi. You're making up for lost meals all that time ago. A walking mosaic expands through its grout, smashed and pieced back together in different configurations. Beautiful damage from broken stories. Patchworked quilt skin, contrasting shards of shiny colour create a new shape. I am a walking mosaic expanding through my grout. Coffee pot. A morning percolating on my stovetop builds a bubble of nostalgia. I sip in a Sunday any day of the week. The aroma transports me to all the European places I've paused in and invites me to slow down. We made a meditation every day before speaking, pouring stillness into little cups. In concentrated silence, we conversed through ground beans. I make my own coffee now, brew it in a mocha pot I bought myself. A short black oozes in my bloodstream, and each morning is my birthday. Inhaling deep green into petrichor lungs slows down breath and lowers heartbeats. The murmuring stillness soothes. Look up at an illuminated canopy of emerald while walking through a cathedral of trees. Der Baum, die Bäume, der Wald, Shinrin Yoku, forest bathing. A returning to the known, the wilderness of solitude amongst the company of creatures. I drive towards the new year. We shall meet at a party. My body is giddy. Will there be a chance to dance? Which classrooms will choose me? Will Dorga dig deep into my chest with a dagger of courage and invite me to ride alongside her? With a tiger as my transport, I will teach tenacity at the school of diversity to a city of square pegs. I'd like everything I've learnt to tumble out of my mouth and roll onto the floor in the form of toy blocks of every colour, shape and size. Students, build your castles in guided quietude. Foster firm focus with unclenched fists. Take these silver bullets I will give you and shoot them into the night sky, releasing fireworks from your shining weapons of peace. Make me see a movie in my mind from the pictures you will paint me with the words I shall gift you. Oh, January, full of supermoons, I hold you like a crystal ball and press my intentions into you. In these early inhalations, anything and everything is still possible. The pure power of a new year pulses in the heart of a sunflower head facing north. I surrender the orchids of last year on the earth of where this golden plate is grounded, and smile with a face full of tears for what was and what will be. I come from a cold, dark winter. My name is Fire, known also as Now, otherwise known as Crackles in the Night. Yesterday I was Doubt, also known as Yeah, but secretly I am Sadness, known also as Why. Tomorrow I will be enough, because today I already am. From a cold, dark winter I came. I come from eggs in concentration. From deep in my diaphragm, a voice comes through my larynx. Green lungs, breathe recovery. I live in many places at the same time. I come from stories and erased memories. I have inherited these unwritten poems and hyperlinks, hypersensitive. I have come from the brink of death, depression, starvation, deprivation. I've learnt resilience, earned empathy, the power of breaking. I am a yoke. Can I be a humble servant collecting nectar in service if freedom is a harness? I gather pollen and fill homemade hexagons with poems of honey. I am the dawn of my understanding. Under this sun, I lie on the page underneath my own pen. Cast off the knitting. I slip off these needles and wrap a clinging scarf around my naked neck. I am an empty field. Holding my solitude is company enough. My code need not be broken. An internal red river is setting diamonds alight alive. The paper knows better than my pen this storm, holding down a hurricane, muscles melt. I press play on memory, amplify olfactory. These thin slices of wood absorb my heat. If burnt, nothing is lost. Stored in my hippocampus, I hoard stories and collect music. I rewrite myself over and over. It's the same journal. These pages replace themselves like skin cells. I press down the keys, type me up. It's tap, 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 soothing. You can read all of these poems and many more in my full-length collection, The Dance Inside. To purchase a copy, contact Poetryspective or message me, Ella Fornalska, directly through Facebook Messenger or email me at paperwavespoetry@gmail.com. Thank you, Ella Fornalska, for your gorgeous set. It was as beautiful as this vista of the Coral Creek that you see behind you. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much. And of course, Ella has books for sale, so there will be more details about that at the end of the program. But for now, back to the open section.
On my bike, I push off, change gear, signal, head check, turn left, speed up, pause, look left, right, go straight ahead, look forward to, change gear, something different, up the hill, push and breathe through the movements, my feet and legs, change gear, down as the air flows past, gaining speed, applying the brakes to what I can do right now. At this time, head check for danger, head check for exposure, look for something life-affirming, change gear, push harder to enjoy the moment right now. Breathe, I'm alive, rolling past this beautiful day. Swerve around the pandemic obstacle that is in front of me. Brake, slow down for myself and others. Head check, signal left, pull into my driveway and stay home.
Come on, boys! Fill the sink and away we'll go. Wash the dishes, Polly. Rinse the glasses and cutlery. Wash the dishes, Polly. Oh, Polly was the man to clean. Wash the dishes, Polly. He's washing bowls by sudsy threes. Wash the dishes, Polly. He washes good and he washes long. Wash the dishes, Polly. He washes hot and he washes long. Wash the dishes, Polly. Was he ever a cleaning man? Wash the dishes, Polly. Wear the cleaning products around. Wash the dishes, Polly. I wished I scrubbed that stubborn pot. Wash the dishes, Polly. I'd take a scour to clean the stove. Wash the dishes, Polly. To kitchen, oh, we're bound to go. Wash the dishes, Polly. Around the rim with a sturdy sponge. Wash the dishes, Polly. So rinse a sponge and pull a plug. Wash the dishes, Polly. I think, my God, we've washed enough. Wash the dishes, Polly. Dance floor warlords. Dance floor warlords struck a nerve. Brains explains. Philosopher-poet, play Ya-Ya Ding Dong. Is a consortium just a collection of consorts? Snip, snipe, sniper. Spin, spine, spiner. Failure does not define me. Failure does refine me. So many words jostling to get out, I say nothing. Cuckoo Man, here is a man who should not be encountered in social settings. Travel socks are deep in the road, and banks are mixed. Ego chamber, virtual social construct, infinite reflections. Conquistador, time is a word. One choice is no choice. Echo chamber, gonna start wizardly apogee. I've forgotten how to rhyme. I've forgotten how to rhyme.
We cover our faces, but not our hearts. A tiger, a flower, match our mood with a mask. A solitary togetherness to lighten the dark. Locked down, housebound, divided into parts. Searching the house for a kickstart. We cover our faces, but not our hearts. Newfound love for nature, a walk in the park. Taking the bone-curved road of the heart, a solitary togetherness to lighten the dark. A wave from far away, a stranger's eyes spark. I see, you see me, it's a start. We cover our faces, but not our hearts. That dog round the corner is waiting to bark. Throw a big stick for that mutt to run fast. A solitary togetherness to lighten the dark. In the hour outside we can have at the park. Our sun-kissed shadows meet on the paths. We cover our faces, but not our hearts. A solitary togetherness to lighten the dark. Your soft fake leather holds my feet like air. Oh, my pixie vegan shoes, the way your sweet heels tap the floorboards gives me a thrill. I love to brush your lint away, slide my feet into you each day. Let us dance with the spirit of our homelands, didgeridoo and guitars under a shoreline of stars, moon as companion, heart on my feet.
It was the March of 2020 that the madness all began, when bug met bat and bat met man, and across the world bug ran. They watched with nervous wonder as bug conquered man that year. They shut up shop, gave flights the chop, and hurried home in fear. But some of us took comfort, called out in united voice, "Our humans are home, no longer alone! Pets of the world, rejoice!" We watched as our kitchens and lounge rooms were filled with gadgets and seats, and we started to grin as our owners slept in and were woken by barks, meows and tweets. They attempted to keep right on working, talking to each other through small screens, and then we realised, to our great surprise, they didn't mind us being seen. So as they peered into those small windows, around about 9:15, they'd gather their notes, we'd lick clean our coats, because now it was our time to shine. We'd casually walk across keyboards, brush heads and tails into faces, and the humans would grin as we stuck our mugs in, for they all loved us airing our graces. These strange meetings were now commonplace, but it's not all that our humans did. They'd toil alone, talk to friends on the phone, and try to educate their kid. We started to realise our mission. This was not about us needing them. Their lives had become hard. They were trapped in their yards. Time to administer Pet Zen. They realised just how much they loved us, and we gave that love back in spades. We got them through the worst recent plague to plague Earth, and we sure brightened each other's days. See, us small friends don't go on forever, and every time they leave the house, we get left all alone while they're out of our home to harass shoe or cushion or mouse. So this time that we have spent together, and I'm sure that this is no surprise, has been heaven on earth, and we utter no mirth. You really are God in our eyes. So to Bug, all our small friends say thank you. And we want you all to know that this last window of time has for us been sublime. Sincerely yours, Dog, Bird and Cat.
So, here we are again at the end of another Poetryspective, brought to you from the House of Skets and various areas of the Kororoit Creek, and of course Clarkston in Thailand. How we miss Colin while he is in Thailand, and we hope, Colin, that you will be back soon and we can all be out and about, and definitely at Pride of our Footscray Community Bar, having a pint together and enjoying some poetry. Speaking of, thank you to our features tonight, Fornalska. Your set was divine, gorgeous videos, and George O'Hara, your retrospective of Tom Waits was excellent, and both of you put so much work into your sets, and we really appreciate that. Another thank you to everyone watching. Audience, without you, who would we be performing for? Maybe each other. And everyone who submitted tonight, we really appreciate your videos. They were excellent. So, this is Lish signing off for another fortnight, and we will see you back here, same bat time, same bat channel, different location, in 2 weeks. Signing out.
Yeah, thanks Lish, and thanks everyone. Just like to add my thanks for everyone sending in their great videos once again. Like we always say, this show's only ever as good as what you guys, what everyone sends in. So yeah, without your contributions, we have nothing. So everybody, take care and look after yourselves. Get yourselves vaccinated. Hopefully everything gets back to normal in Melbourne soon. And this is Colin signing off from Thailand.